Hi everyone, Tam's here. In this video, we're going to be talking about the planners and notebooks I intend to use for 2025. However, before we get started on 2025, I want to share with you everything I used in 2024 in terms of planners and notebooks, and I want to share with you what worked and what influenced my choices for 2025. In terms of planners, I'm going to start with the workhorse, this guy. This is what I used all of last year and up until August of this year. Now, it's this two-part. The cover is a splurge reward I gave myself a couple of years ago. This is a Louis Vuitton cover, but you don't need this cover to use this planner system. The planner system itself is a disc planner that is a combination of both some Levenger products and some cloth and paper inserts. Now, I love this planner. I highly recommend the system. If you really just want to do basic planning and task list and getting things done, it's a very sleek look, very beautiful. I just got tired of it, and there were some other things that happened that kind of influenced me to try something new. I use this quite a bit for all of my weekly planning. For the past 2 years, I've done a lot of week at a glance type planning. I used it for my task list. The only thing about this is that it did not have a lot of note-taking space for what I needed. Now, I went through a lot of different iterations of the cloth and paper inserts, and you can pretty much go to their website and customize a disc planner any way you like. And I used a lot of different things, and I just tried a lot of different things. It can get pricey, and it can get very bulky. I have to switch out one half of the year, and then I have to put in the second half of the year, and it's just a lot of paper. But otherwise, I enjoyed this for the past, 18, 20 months of planning. But I had some changes. So what happened in September is I took a little class on goal setting for the next 12 to 18 months. And it was kind of like a visioning type little workshop. And I really enjoyed the workshop, and I have already set my goals and everything for all of 2025. And I actually started on them back in September. Part of the workshop, we received these little kits with a planner in them, and you can see it's a ring planner. I would not personally have chosen this myself, but I thought it was a nice touch for the little workshop. I do not like ring planners, just FYI, and I do not care for inserts that you have to print off on your printer and use copy paper. I'm a real kind of a snob about paper, so I'm very funny about paper, and I tend to like graph paper. But I really enjoyed the prompts that she had on the daily pages, and it really caused me to think about what I might like to be journaling. Kind of changed the way I start seeing my day, and I really appreciated that. So I used that just for the 90 days that was part of the workshop. It was like a 90-day kick off your goals and visions workshop. I'm going to use it through the end of December just to finish it up, but it's not something I would necessarily continue to use and refill, but I did like the prompts in that. In addition to my planners, I always had just a blank notebook just to take all kinds of notes. And at the beginning of the year, I decided to use up my stash. I have a lot of stationery, a lot of notebooks, and there was no need for me to buy something brand new when I had plenty of things I could choose from. So the first one I chose was this blue and white notebook. Not anything special. I think I bought it at Tuesday Morning 2 years ago. The paper is not that great. It's a recyclable paper, and it is lined. But what this did for me, because I really didn't worry about decorating it or making it perfect or anything like that, it gave me so much freedom to just start writing. And I wrote a lot in this notebook. I filled it up by, I think it was July, I think is when. And then I decided to treat myself to a new type of notebook I had never tried before, and that is the Midori notebook. I love this notebook. You can see I'm about almost halfway full, and it only has October, November, and I'll finish it out in December. But I love the paper in this. The paper is a grid paper. Absolutely love it. I love the way it lays flat. I continued on with my freedom of journaling. And when I started this, I actually met with a friend who was a big bullet journal fan. Now, I've tried bullet journaling in the past, but there were certain things I just really didn't understand. So I sat with my friend for an hour or two over coffee, and we just talked about what he enjoyed about bullet journaling. He really opened my eyes to the whole reflection aspect of bullet journaling. So I tried it for October, November, and I'm doing it again in December. And I really, really loved incorporating some of the things that he was teaching me. I really like the reflection part of bullet journaling. And these notebooks are great. They have wonderful paper. Midori is the same company. If you're a Traveler's Notebook fan, then you know who Midori, the company Midori, they're all part of the same family. And the paper is really great in these. I like this size. I had never tried this size before. I would probably want a bigger size if I got a second one of these, but I really enjoyed this notebook. So all of these together helped me to decide what I'm going to use for 2025. And what I have decided to use for 2025 for my planner is the Hobonichi Cousin. First of all, I love the paper in this. It is Tomoe River paper. I love the thickness of the thinness of the paper, if you will. And once I started bullet journaling, I started to look at this in a whole new light. With this one notebook, I can incorporate my weekly planning that I'm used to, my journaling that I really enjoyed with the specific prompts, and some other things like my reflections for the month, and some category collections, I believe is what it's called in bullet journaling. And I realized I could get it all inside of one planner. And the other nice thing about this is it will fit inside my Louis Vuitton cover just fine. A little bit of gap, but these things will bulk up, and so I've got enough room to bulk up the planner throughout the year. I'm very excited to kick that off in January. Now, I still want my notebooks for 2025, and I really want to try out what's called a Commonplace book. I think everybody in the world knows about these that are into journals and diaries and planners. They've been spoken about for quite a while now on YouTube. If you don't know what a Commonplace notebook is, just look it up in YouTube. There's a bunch of videos about it. I have a couple of more very nice notebooks in my stash that I'm going to use this for. I have this beautiful notebook from Melodies Graphiques that I got in Paris a year ago. And I also have this notebook that is from Mina Lima's shop in London that I got a year ago. This one's very beautiful, and it has the gold lined pages. Now for my planner, or the Hobonichi, which will be like a planner bullet journal combination for me, I just use my gel pen. I don't want to worry about inking up a fountain pen or anything like that. I like to use my fountain pens for writing letters and cards, but for my Commonplace notebooks, I will be using fountain pens, calligraphy pens, watercolors, because I want to play around with some things in 2025. And each of these will be a different topic. You can have as many Commonplace notebooks as you like, but I'm going to have at least 2 topics, I know, maybe more, who knows. But I'm looking forward to trying that out. I've got some ideas I want to play with in 2025. I hope this helps you understand what I am using going into 2025 and why I am using these products. Anything I can find online that you're interested in, I will put links below in the description box. If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments below, and I will try to answer as many of them as I can. I did receive a request to share this information with you guys, so I hope that this shares with you what you wanted to see. And as we get into 2025, I'll start to share a few spreads so you can see how I'm using the Hobonichi Cousin. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.